Hey, this is Peter Dankelson from Pete's Diary, and Led Zeppelin has been streaming through my hearing aid this week. My introduction to Led Zeppelin was actually through the School of Rock program. One of the first performance groups I ever did, when I was a student there, was a Led Zeppelin group. And the first song I really heard was Rock and Roll from Zeppelin IV. And fell in love immediately. I'm like, this is awesome. And then you just fall down the rabbit hole of, their whole discography, right? From Zeppelin I to, Presence and everything else. So I'm just there's so many great riffs, but I'm gonna break down three of my favorites for you today. It took a little while to pick three riffs, but the three that I want to show you today are Black Dog, The Ocean, and Out on the Tiles. Black Dog is hands down one of my favorite riffs and songs to jam of all time. This tune I actually remember. It was sent to me by a friend who I was actually friends with, way back in middle school. So like way before I picked up the guitar. I remember we had reconnected and we're talking about songs. And he's like, have you heard Black Dog by Led Zeppelin? I'm like, no, I haven't. And he sent it to me and my mind was immediately blown. And it's still one of my favorite. I just can't get enough of that riff. It's like every time I play it, big smile on my face. And then the turnaround too. It took forever to figure out to play correctly. Or at least I assume I play it correctly. It matches up with the recording. Very tough to play with a band, speaking from experience, especially with that turnaround, because there's like different time signatures and trying to sync everything up right. It's a challenge, but man, it's incredible. I don't know what more to say about it. It really is just one of the best rock and roll songs of all time. The second riff that I want to talk to you guys about that really left an impact on me was The Ocean. I think the reason why I love The Ocean so much now is maybe a little bit of nostalgia in a way, but it's still a great riff because in School of Rock, it was one of the earliest riffs that I was jamming with a band. And then when I was in, the School of Rock's house band, or, the group that would kind of travel around, town and do shows, that was always like a staple in the set. And it was until I ended up, aging out. And even in like Pete's Diary in rehearsal, I don't think we ever played it live that I can recall, but like I think we fooled around with it in rehearsal. Sometimes we just kind of bust into it. So, it's just one of those that like I always have like fond memories of. And the riff is just awesome. It's so much fun to play. Yeah, it's just a really great tune. Yeah, with a really fun riff. For this last riff that I want to show you, took quite a while to try and pick one out, but I went with Out on the Tiles from Zeppelin III. Never did play this one live or with a band or anything like that. It was just from listening to their whole discography. I heard that song and I was like, that is really bizarre. Like, it's really kind of cool, I guess funny, but like in a cool way, if you know what I mean. How the riff is kind of done. It's always just one of those. It's kind of funky to play, but like in such a cool way with like the little hammer-ons and just kind of the movements that you're doing. Yeah, it's just one of those. Every time I like pick up a Les Paul or something like that, and you want to get the light out, that's always one that I'm super excited to jam. Those are just three Zeppelin riffs that I love, but there's so many more. I mean, there's countless. Just off the top of my head, obviously, a whole lot of love. I mentioned rock and roll earlier. That's a really fun one to play. Bring It On Home is a big favorite. Live and Love and Made, Heartbreaker, Custard Pie is a really cool one. Achilles' Last Stand is amazing. I mean, how many more times? I don't know if I mentioned that already. Communication Breakdown, Dazed and Confused. I mean, it just goes on and on and on with so many great riffs and just classic and amazing songs. There's so many. So let me know if you'd love to see a part 2 with the Zeppelin riffs. Like I was just listing off, there's so many great tunes. I could just, go on forever. But let me know in the comments below what some of your favorite Led Zeppelin riffs are. And until next time, be kind and keep on rocking.